Yo, we're live. We're live. Yeah, I've been reading the comments. Yo, y'all funny, man. Yo, Melissa is not bossing me around. It has the no chores, none of that stuff. What was I gonna say? Yo, listen, I'm black, so when I said 9:30, more like 9:35, 9:36. It was good, yeah. It was good chat. How y'all doing out there? Shout it out. Let me see what we got here. Screwson was good. Dribbles was good. Uh, EW was good. Big Pern was good. Tomato was good, bro. All right, Henry. What the heck is Henry at, man? So I'm going live. I'll put the other one joining this conversation. I'm gonna put it in the chat. Probably not stay on too late. Hold up. Let's get the banner out. Boom, banner showing. There we go. Boom. All right, so today's topic will be real versus fake. I don't have any fake shoes in my collection to show you guys, but it's gonna be like a quick little discussion. Real quickly, you already know what I do. Sneakers of the day, the kicks of the day is the Gym Red, black and white red Jordan 1. There's a reason why this is the kicks of the day. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get something else too because it has something to do with Jordan 1. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. First, let me hit a Henry, see what the hell he's doing. My co-host, OG, what's good, bro? Yo, OG, if you want to hop in on this topic, man, hop on in, because this is a good topic. Something I want to speak about with you guys for a while, about real versus fake. Pretty much paying 150, then paying like 1,500. Let me pimping those hoes in Miami shippers. yo, E-Dub, I don't know if you missed last night live, man. Good person, man. Yo, Primera was good, bro. He's on the phone with us. Yeah, he probably is. He probably is. Yo, Harry, man, what you doing, kid? Let me talk to him right now. Like, live, bro. I got the for 130. Yo, big dog, what's good, bro? Oh, the chicken was good. What's good? What's good? What's good? Anybody could hop in, take the link. Boom, there we go. So we'll quickly let's go over see what's coming out. Let me see. So every time I go live, for those of you that's new, I like to talk about upcoming releases and talk about that for a little bit. Get your guys' opinion. Make sure nobody's backstage. Nobody's backstage. All right, cool. All right. So when I go online, I always go on sneakerfiles.com. I'm not sure, just seeing stuff. Oh yeah, we got some stuff to talk about. Oh yeah. Yeah. We got some stuff to talk about. All right, let me screen share this. me see. I knocked out last night. Last night, I remember I was on DB and it was over. Yo, last night live, man, was crazy, man. Yo, I knocked out the last 2 hours. Yo, screw San yeah, it was crazy last night, man. Me and OG saw the party last night. Yo, I missed some of it. Yo, going around getting this girl ice cream and everything. Thank God she ain't want no ice cream today. All right, let me screen share this. Boom. Boom. Where is it at? Google tab. Sneaker files. All right, folks. Let's talk about this. What the hell is going on? What's going on with these Union 4s? Hold on. Taking a while to load. I'm trying to. All right, now I'll take my minute. What the hell? Oh yeah, yo, Premier, you right. Them fours is trash. What the hell is this? You got the Photoshops be looking better than the actual shoes that be coming out. I don't even know what this is right here. Like Flyknit right here where the toe is at. What the hell is that? But you guys already know all those hype beasts is gonna hype it up, cop them, and then resale's gonna be outrageous. But you definitely want to see my feet in these things. But if the resale's looking good, not to get my hand on it, why not? But these fours are disgusting. Let me see. Anybody? No. Oh, Screwson, you like those? I respect it. Ain't for me though. I don't know. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. What else is the file talking about? Yeah, pick the Sephora ad. All right, let's see what we got going on. All right, let's see what's going out. Yo, let's go with this computer. All right, there we go. Nike PG4. Who's into PGs? Right, about this. I just Sakai Nike Vapor Waffle. Oh, whoa, they doing too much with Sakai's. Definitely a pass. So we got the black and gold ones. I talked about those. I think a few lives ago. They look fire to me, but I definitely won't be wearing those on feet. MS 97 blue, MS 95 or black. Okay, multi colors. One so far, nothing good. It's loading up. I'm a new plug. I mean, I can't get no hype shoes, man. So we're gonna talk about all that stuff. Let me see if anybody backstage. I'm gonna go back. No one took the link. Oh, no one took the link yet. It's all good. All right, this thing is going for. Yeah, this thing took a while to load. All right, screw it. It's all good. But pretty much that's it. That's what I'm gonna go over with that upcoming releases. I mean, I see some good stuff coming out on Instagram and everything. It's a total fucking intro. My hangover last 2 days now. All right, yeah. So I want to go over like real versus fake pros and cons and everything. So like I be telling you guys, I be ghost watching, listening to everything. I listen to Troll, I listen to Zaya. and I listen to Skinny, all that stuff, right? Um, damn, what the hell the comments is? Shit, I gotta look on my phone. All right, so boom, yo, D Blake, what's good, man? I hear on the rap on the top, live 12. Oh, shoot, salute. So get that 12. All right, so boom. All right, this is what I want to talk about. So real versus fake, right? People like who in the market have the right to come up with these astronomical prices for these hype shoes that's coming out, like 1,500, like all these shoes that's coming out that's like very limited. It's like $1,500, $2,000. Like who in the market could put a price on it and everything, which is not fair for like people like us, like like want to get the shoes to wear and everything. So like who control the market and everything. So some people said StockX, Gold and everything. But I remember back in the day it was like Flight Club and everything. So when people used to sell shoes, like with Flight Club, I think people just say like knock $100 off and everything. Because Flight Club was too crazy high and everything. But like who control the market and everything? I'm gonna go live later, show the shoes. That's my thing. Yeah, I'm gonna drop the link again if anybody wanna hop on. Yeah, where the hell Henry at, man? Let me chat him again. I don't know what he's doing, but yeah, like who control the market and everything. So the kits of the day I had was the Gym Rail ones, right? So people like to make fun of certain shoes, calling the poor man, right? Got the Gym Rail ones. Also got the smoke gray ones, right? So I'm not paying no 1,500 for no damn unions. Definitely ain't paying no 1,500 or 2,000 for not for resale. We also got those Mocha ones coming out and everything. I'd rather get a version like that, The resale control the market. I'm glad they skipped the show until I get the gym rat. Yeah. Yo, the gym rats are hard, yo. People suck on these shoes. Yeah, and you right about that, Perm. We still do control the market and everything. So like it's like every hype shoe is now reaching 1,000 and everything. Like the Off White fours, I think they're going for $2,000 now and everything. So I'd rather buy a poor man version of the shoe than pay 1,500 for the shoe. And then you got bread ones going for like $700-800 now. So for those of you who don't have bread ones, you get the mids now and everything. You get the mids. But listening to Zaya one day, him and Tromageddon, they rather just like go across the water instead of paying for that astronomical crazy price. So will you, chat, rather pay 150 for a fake or 1,500 for a real? So I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think? If you want to take the link, hop on in. If you want to type it in the chat, type it in the chat. What do you guys think? If you don't got the 1,500, see, yeah. If I don't have the 1,500, I'm gonna just skip. Yo, if I have the 1,500, matter of fact, yeah, if I have the 1,500, I'm not spending $1,500 for no shoes. Matter of fact, I'll take the $1,500. I could buy me like what, a few more shoes, like 6-5 shoes. I'd rather buy chocolate. That's from Walmart. I don't like ones, so. But OG, you don't like ones. like any other shoe, like even the Chunky Dunky SBs, right? Those drop. Uh, they got a fake version of it. I don't see it. To me personally, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't buy a fake shoe, but I don't see anything wrong with it. Right? I wouldn't buy a fake shoe because I know it's fake. But if there's people out there who can't afford it or who just don't want to, who could afford it and don't want to spend that much money on them, and they just rather get a fake, I don't blame y'all. You know, go right ahead. Do it's your money. Do whatever you want. But it's just sad that we're living in a world of these resellers, the way they control the market and everything, and it's really bad. Wait, hold on. Why you send me this picture for?
Because they have it in black now.
Oh man, Melissa's acting like a hype beast. She texted me a picture of a Gucci bag she want.
I have the Gucci bag, but it was out of stock in black, so that's why I got the
So
black.
you have this Gucci bag right here, but you don't have it in this color.
You see where it's black on the flap?
Yeah.
Mine's camel.
This is Gucci Supreme mini bag. What are you acting like a hype beast for?
I'm not that
See, you hype beast.
Anyways,
See, you already have this bag, so you want to get it in a different color.
No, you're not listening to me.
What do you want? What do you want me to say? How much is this bag?
Your life is dumb.
Hold on. How much is this bag?
It was only $100.
No, hell no, this bag ain't no damn $100. Yo, Melissa's getting that across the water bag, yo.
What is that?
It's a fake bag, yo. How much is this bag?
Why I have to tell you how much it is?
How much is it?
No.
How much is retail on this bag? I could look it up.
Anyways, I'm gonna order something.
What you gonna order? What are you ordering food for?
Because you're so busy going live, you didn't cook anything.
All right, whatever. Anywho's, yo, that bag, yo, Premier dropped some of that bag is $4,000. What the hell? Listen. Hold on, let me take my headphones off so she can hear. Or so y'all can hear her. So that bag is $4,000. So this bag is $1,750. This bag is $1,750. You crazy, man. Trap. I don't see myself paying $150 for a face. I'd rather spend the $150 on a retail pair I want, but I understand why those who get the face. Exactly. So pretty much it's like, yo, it's like I see.
Wrong with faith. Well, there's something wrong with faith, but
Yeah.
I bought something from a boutique to support the owner.
Hold on. Whoa, wait. A boutique owner was selling fake?
It wasn't fake. It was like.
Yo, I'm gonna put the link on the who wanna hop in.
Can they see?
No, they can't see you, they can hear you. Alright, so you bought something from a boutique shop.
Yeah, it wasn't. How to explain it? It was like custom made because she makes her own pieces. But you could tell if you know like designers, you could tell like it was like a dupe for like a Gucci bag. Not really Gucci because it was like her own leather, like her own color, like her own ribbon. But it was like I can't explain it. It was like the cutout of it. Like
so pretty much it was like a custom bag.
Right. I know the girl. Like I know her.
She
shop.
is facts, DB. Facts.
What?
Nothing.
What's facts?
Nothing.
No, what is facts? I'm gonna go on YouTube.
She's a hype beast for sure.
How? How am I a hype beast?
You a hype beast.
It had no name. It doesn't have a designer name. It's not.
So it's like a all right. So let's say I get a random bag from like the Gap or a random bag. It don't have to have no name on it, right? I get a random bag, and they just put designer stuff on the bag. Like they cut out.
But this one doesn't have designer stuff on it, but you could tell like it was inspo, like it was inspired by. I don't know how else to word it. It was like not designer. It was custom made, but you could just tell that she got her idea from like a Gucci collection. If that makes any kind of sense, I can't explain it. It's like this. It's like let's say Henry starts making his own sneakers, right?
Okay.
And you want to support Henry in his boutique. Maybe he's not gonna call it a boutique, but you want to support Henry. and you get like one of his shoes that kind of looks like a pair of fours, but they're not fours. They're not fours, cause
so pretty much that's what Skechers do. Skechers be having like a version of a Nike shoe, right? Like knockoff and everything.
Yeah, like sometimes.
Well, they could get in trouble for that, you know.
No, not really. Sometimes, for example, like I don't know why people do it. I don't know, because I don't want to assume that people automatically do it because they can't afford the real thing.
Okay.
But sometimes I look at my other options because I do want to take veganism a lot more seriously. And I know that a lot of the stuff that I buy isn't completely vegan, and animals are dying, you know, to be turned into like bags and shoes and all that fun stuff. So sometimes vegan options will look just like the next thing. It will look like another bag of another.
So this boutique store, right? They have what kind of it's like a regular bag with what, like Gucci, Louis Vuitton?
No, there's no print, because not everything that is designer has to have a print or logos on it. Do you understand now?
Yeah, trap fat. So it's a bootleg. So pretty much is a bootleg.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that I don't agree with buying bootleg if it's like the person, for example, like, you know how they sell fake Uggs?
Yeah.
So like people will buy fake Uggs because either they go through Uggs so fast that they don't want to spend a lot of money on.
Yo, Vic, what's good? Yo, Vic is on the chat. What's good, Vic?
Victor.
Does anyone check on Henry? Yo, yeah, I called. I spoke to Henry earlier and everything. He said he's good. He said he was gonna hop in. Well, I don't know. If you guys want to take the link, here's a link. I'm gonna drop it back in the chat and everything. But yeah, OG Kicks is in there. OG.
Yo. What's good, man?
What's good?
Nothing much, man.
So OG, I know you don't like ones, right? You said in the chat you don't like ones. But
Yeah,
like, let's say no, I'm not hungry. So pretty much like the Fire Red 5s, right? The all-white ones. They're looking similar to this, but it's more like not even white, more like a sail, right? And they look just like the regular Fire Red 5. So I'd rather have this version, and plus it's the OG version. I'd rather have this version than the Fire Red 5, right? Than the off-white version that's coming out. But if someone who can't afford it, it's okay to have this version. Or let's say someone don't want this version and they rather get the across the water version, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They don't want to pay that $1,500. They rather pay that $150. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that, but you know, that's something they shouldn't ever like put on the market to sell or anything. But like, what's your opinion on that?
To be honest, I mean, another man's money is not any of my problems. If he wants to, you know, pay $150 or $120, I don't know how much the UAs cost. I mean, it's up to them. I mean, if they want you know, buy them and wear them, it's really up to them. To be honest with you.
Facts. Hold on. DB said I'm gonna raffle these Ultimate Files. DB, you gonna do the raffle today or you do it tonight? Yeah, because like you know, I be listening to these YouTubers. I listen to some of these people say, "Oh, the poor man's version of the not for resale, the poor man's version of the unions." You know,
right?
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You know,
no, I mean, you buy what you like. To be honest with you, and to be honest, I don't really call them real or fake. I call them either retail or not retail. That's the, you know, the mentality that I have for the terminology, because even if they're UA, the shoes is actually real. I mean, you can wear them, you can touch them. You know, they have pretty much the same materials as the retail ones, but I don't call them fake or retail. I was actually talking to Perm yesterday on the live about that.
Okay. So Perm, what's your intake on this?
As far as what fakes, like selling them, buying them.
More like you want the shoe and you can't afford like the real thing, so you rather settle for the fake.
No, I wouldn't go that route. I would just like move on to the next. I've
Yeah.
never wanted anything that bad that I would go buy like the fake version of, or the non-retail.
There you go. And like I always tell everybody, like even if you don't cop the shoe on release date,
Mm-hmm.
you know, by let's say in 3 months or in 6 months, you may have it. I mean, you can get it.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you don't have the money right there and then, you can wait for it. I mean, all my shoes that I have, especially my OGs and everything, I didn't get them a lot of on release date. I got them like a few years later, 5 years later, 10 years later, and I got them. So I mean, you can get whatever you want to. It doesn't have to be on the release date. To be honest with you.
Facts. I've done that in the past too with a few shoes. You know, kind of like if I miss a release, Melissa like to say I cry about it. No, I do not cry about it. That's her word. It just like I complain about it because like sometimes you don't want to pay that resale, but like, if it's a reasonable resale price, I don't mind paying it.
Right.
Yeah, OG made a point that like we were kind of talking, and I still stand on my ground. It's my opinion. It's not facts, but it's just my opinion on like there's a lot of people that have fakes and they preach, oh my God, they're better. And it's just like my experience with them, my personal experience. No, they're not. Or they're just as good. They're just as better. Why you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and it seems like they're dying for the respect of the real shoe. Now here's where the respect comes in. Like the respect as far as like the person actually making the attempt to go wait in the line, to go camp out, to go drive some hours, to be online in the morning, to even if they're freaking bodying, you know what I mean? Like I respect that hustle. Like, you know what I mean? I don't care about all that bodying shit. They're the ones doing it. You know what I mean? It's just like when I used to play video games online and I would be better than people and they would call me a cheater. I was like, you're calling me a cheater. I just feel like I'm better than you. So the people that are bodying, to me, they're just better. Like they're doing what they do. And I respect that hustle.
I like what you said. I like what you said because what my friend says is a win is a win. And a win is a win.
Yeah, and I just my thing is I feel like people that are getting the fakes are pushing it on to be like, oh, they're just as good as yours. You might think that, but they're not going to get the same respect. For me, it's because of those reasons that they won't get the same respect because you didn't put that time and the effort. You just went to some foreign site and was like, click, okay, I got him. I know that's how it should be. Like we should be able to get everything, but that's not the reality. So the ones that are grinding and pushing and going out there and getting it, they probably can get it for retail. Me, I'm not like that. If I can't get it, then I can't get it. It's just on to the next.
So fellas, this is my thing right here. So y'all remember how it was like back in the day, right? If there's something limited, it come out like probably like what 4 times a year. Now we get limited dropping like almost every Saturday like regular GRs now.
Yeah, there's so many. Yeah, I mean, I just think for a person or even a man to be disappointed that he didn't get a shoe, and like I don't know, it's just like it's on to the next. There's so many drops. There's just so many shoes out there that can, like for lack of a better phrase, can fill that void that you missed from the last one. I guess.
Sometimes if you find a shoe right that you miss and it's going for like $500-$600, right? You don't want to spend that $500-$600, right? But it's like you said, go to the Nets. You go into the Nets, you don't want the shoe, but you could resell it. And once you resell those shoes, hey, I got that $500-$600. So pretty much the shoes I sold, I sold it out to, they helping me pay for that resale. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So pretty much it's not really hurting you that much, like, all right, I just go to the Nets, sell these shoes, the shoes I missed, boom. I can get it like that. It depends how you want to do it. Or you just get another shoe and trade bait.
Yeah, you can always do that. I have a question for Perm. He was telling about the respect or whatever of the hustle.
You too.
And no. I just wanted to ask Perm. So what happens with when the people actually don't put that work, and you actually just hit on the shoe and that's it? That's the same issue you get when let's say that you didn't want to pay Nike or pay whatever brand, and then you just go across the water.
Well, nowadays, to be able to do what you just said, you got to have a horseshoe up your ass because you're super lucky. to be able to
Nowadays,
get that. And then
nowadays, but
if
let's
you're
say,
that lucky, that's great.
well, yeah, nowadays, but let's say a couple of years ago, let's say 5 years ago, 10 years ago.
Oh, so he's going back. He's going back for like 5-10 years.
Right.
You
Because
know
with
what?
all the
That's
corona and everything right now, I mean, pretty much everything that is coming up, it's it's limited. So if you hit, like you said, you're gonna be lucky. But let's say 5 years ago, 10 years ago, that you can actually go into a store and just get the shoe that you wanted.
I mean, it was still pretty. I mean, as far as limited goes, it was still pretty hard back then to get a shoe. There was lines, people lining up, and they still had that aspect of it. But I mean,
What
I
about
really
GR
don't.
shoes?
GR shoes. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're getting cross the water GR shoes, like
Uh-huh.
that's. I mean, I don't know.
Something
I really
wrong.
can't answer that.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a good question. That's a tough question.
I mean, if you can't go to what GR shoes, I mean, man, you could just spend that extra what?
Because if you think about it,
$30,
if you go to any UA market, either on IG or whatever, a GR almost costs the same as a UA. So
yeah, you better off spending that extra $30-$40 over resale for
right.
the
So
other hand paying
so
more.
that was my question. What if you didn't, put in the effort? You didn't camp out. You just, let's say, you pull into a store and then you got the shoe that you wanted, or you call Nike and you ordered it, or you went online and you actually hit on the shoe.
Well, I think back then too, if it's like depending on the shoe, like a Jordan shoe, a lot of Jordan shoes would fly off the shelves, and then like I think when might be going off the subject, when Yeezy came around, a lot of Jordans started sitting. Like I think there was maybe 2-3 years ago, it would be like, man, that Jordan's still sitting on the shelves. I remember maybe 10 years ago, that shoe would have flew off the shelf.
Firm. So now you make a good point. So now here's okay. So Firm, I'll check that later, right? Firm. So Firm OG.
Yeah.
All right. So back in the day, right? A shoe set, whatever. You go a week later, got a shoe. That's a good thing, right? Now, when shoes are sitting, you get some YouTubers that, oh, these shoes sitting like ducks, blah, blah, blah. And now people are saying, like, if a shoe is sitting, it's like a bad thing. I don't see it as a bad thing.
Hell no.
Bro, I used to love that. When I was young, I remember going to let's say to the Foot Locker or whatever, the Finish Line.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw the shoe that I wanted to get, and it sat there. And then I was like, okay, let me go ahead and do something. Let's mow the lawn or something so I can get money. And then I went, like, let's say, back to the store a month later, and the shoes were still there, and I was able to cop.
Yeah. And I remember back then too. Let me see. What shoe was it? What shoe was that I got? It wasn't no Dub Zeros. It was the I think it was the white infrared Citrus, but it was the bull Citrus at the time in 2010. I remember they were sitting for so long. This is like 10 years ago. They were sitting for so long on a Foot Locker, and the sale price was $100. So
yeah.
You want that? Like when they sit, you get freaking steals. Like with the Shadow 10s that's set 2 years ago, right? The ones I had in my collection. I paid like $150 for that shoe.
Yeah, every time that they said, they actually, like, every month they give you a discount.
Yeah,
so let's say that the shoe is retail $150. By next month, if they don't sell, they put it like $130, and then it goes down to $120 to $100, and so on.
Yeah, I feel like we got the young kids. So it was you that said that the resellers control the resale market.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah. To me, resellers, that's kind of like a broad statement, and when I think about it, is like, so obviously Nike is the wholesaler, right?
Right.
So would these people that like Champs and all these other places, would they be considered resellers? They have accounts with them; they're resellers. But then,
if you think about it, if you put it that way, because all right, so Jordan brand Nike, they buy it for what? $10, right? How much was it?
Yeah, about $10. Yeah.
They buy that. They buy it. Then they sell. Then I'm not sure how much the stores buy it for. How much does like
$90?
$90, right?
Yeah.
So then Chance and us reselling it to us for $190.
Yeah. They're making $100 profit.
Pretty much, yeah. It's like reselling on top of reselling on top of reselling,
Right.
and then we get our hands on it, then we reselling it.
And then there's people that have like there's I don't want to drop any names, but there's people that have like that deal with Nike directly, right? If they get so many, and they just have to have a LLC, and they don't even have to have a storefront, right? Like,
Correct.
isn't there that option? So I
Yes.
mean, those people are resellers too, right? So when I say resellers control the market, I don't mean like your freaking guy that's botting and getting like 10, 20 pairs of a shoe, and then yeah, he's a reseller, but I'm not really. He's in that category. But when I say resellers, like it's a broad, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, I mean, there's different levels of reselling.
that's why I say resellers
Yeah.
control the market, and the shoe is only worth what somebody's willing to pay for it, and somebody's always going to pay that. There's a guy in the chat. I've never, I don't really not familiar with them named Big Dog, and he said the buyers control the market. I was just like, or like if we stop buying, he's like, if we stop buying, then that lowers the prices. I was like, this world is too big. People are always going to buy. There's people with tons of money that are always going to pay the price if they want that shoe bad enough. So I mean, there's people are always going to be buying. We're a consumer. We consume. And we're never not going to stop consuming.
Right.
So, yeah, you're right about that. Of course, like you're gonna find someone that's still gonna be buying everything.
They'll sit on it. Resellers are savages. Like the street resellers will be like, "Fuck that! I'm just going to sit on it." Somebody will buy it. You know what I mean? So if it's a desirable shoe, if it's a really desirable shoe, I can see some instances where like. They do sit on shoes, and eventually they're like, man, I have to sell that what I got it for, and to them that's a loss, but really they're getting their money back. To them, if they only make $20 or $30 off a shoe, in their mind state, they have to think like, I took a loss because I didn't make as much as I could have or if I should have, but they still made money on it. That's the mind state you have to have like as a reseller.
So firm. So now you bring up good points now, right? Now you talk about people about sitting on shoes, right? Is it good to hold a shoe? Now, they both have their pros and cons, right? So let's say, for instance, I hold the Concord 11s, right? Just like you, OG, I hold the Concord 11s.
Yeah, my pair is still the so yeah.
For a very, very long time, right?
Yeah.
And then they retro another one, right?
Yeah.
To affect this shoe just because another version of the Concords came out. The price of resale will go down. But how long is too long to hold a shoe for a resale?
I think it depends. I mean, if you're holding it for resale, like if you want to go ahead and get more money off of that, or are you holding it because pretty much like in my example from me, whenever I buy a shoe, I don't wear it for like a year or 2 years. And not because I want to go ahead and resell it, it's because I know that everybody's going to go ahead and wear that damn shoe right away.
Great, right? I do the same thing with my shoes.
So in a year and 2 years, I'm going to go ahead and get have a fresh pair and then wear it about. And then everybody's going to, tell me, hey, bro, you keep your shoes clean and everything. I'm like, no, that's cool. That's just me. But if you're, holding it for the resale, I mean, it's really up to you. You're actually going to be hoping that shoe costs, let's say, double your money that you spend for it or triple or whatever you want to go ahead and have it to be. That's just my opinion.
I agree 100% with what you said. I do the same thing too. I keep my DS for a little bit before I pull them out.
Yeah, I'm never like really sat on shoes to sell. I'm not a reseller, so. Okay. But I mean, to me, it would make sense to sit on it for a while, and then it just depends on the shoe too, because we know all the OG colorways are going to be worth money regardless, and they're not going to dip in price. You know what I mean? So it just depends on the shoe that you're holding on to. The OG classic colorways, hold on to those, and usually, let's just say the shoe that you pulled out, the 11, they almost retro that like every year, right? Just maybe in a different color though.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's just certain shoes that resellers know I'm gonna hold on to this. I don't need to take somebody's low ball. I can just hold on to it, and it's always gonna be worth money. And then there's the so they retro that one again like sooner than people wanted them to. The resellers wanted them to. Then they could just. That's another selling point is, well, this is the the one before, and it has this, this, and this, and they didn't do this, this, and this on the new one. You know what I mean? There's always all these selling points. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it just depends. I mean, it just depends on the shoe.
So I'm gonna piggyback off of that, right? So like you said, it all depends on the shoe, and I feel like right now Jordan 1s is definitely a good shoe to hold for resale. Definitely a good shoe to hold, especially these retro colors, because the retro colors will always go up. If it's like an OG colorway, it'll bring it down a little bit, but it'll definitely go back up. Now Yeezys, on the other hand, definitely a shoe that you don't want to hold. If you are resellers out there, you definitely don't want to hold it as long, like for a year or two, because when you see the bread Yeezys are coming back out, that's the colorway. But definitely don't want to hold this component. Shut up, Did you beat that, right? Definitely a shoe that you don't want to hold. But and it's so funny that we're talking about holding shoes and everything. It all comes back around to the real versus fake. Buying a $150 shoe versus buying a $1,500 shoe, because those kids now, you know, they watching that. They definitely watch the whole Last Dance, right? You want to know everything when ever since the Last Dance. So now these kids want to go out there and get the shoes, and they see these prices are outrageous, and they really want the shoes so badly. Their parents who don't know anything about shoes might type of, you know, the course of water sites and get in the shoe. Oh, there go Henry. He's late. Henry.
Yo.
Good, man.
What's poppin', man? What's poppin'?
Hey,
Just
babe.
woke up, Henry, or what?
No, I was playing GTA. I'm gonna lie.
Oh, okay.
Hey, that's all good. It's all good. It's all good, man. You missing a good one right here, though. But yeah, it like I said, it all come back to paying $150 versus paying $1,500 and everything, and then these kids, sometimes, and pairing with the kids, they also control the resale market too.
Mm-hmm.
The reseller kids, because these kids are out here grinding. I mean, out here grinding. And if I have a son out there doing that, I'll be proud of him, because, like, you know, I'd rather you be out there grinding like that than out there selling drugs, you know.
I wouldn't be proud.
Why you would? Oh, here come Melissa. Here we go.
Damn.
Listen. But it's
Just automatic hate, huh? Just automatic hate out the gate. Like anything you're doing, no, it's cool. I like her style, because I feel like if she ain't directly responsible for your happiness, you shouldn't be happy.
It's the mentality of the hype beast, man.
Well, not only that, I bet if the kid was selling Louis Vuitton, reselling Louis Vuitton, should be alright about it, though. To be all good about it, yeah.
Well, hey, I was driving when you guys were talking about like a purse that was coming out, or she wanted, or some handbag or something.
Yeah, she go telling me, babe, I want this Gucci bag.
Okay, and then I don't know if you read my comment, not to cut you off, but is she hyped about it?
Yup.
Is she okay? She's a hype beast. She's hyped about it.
And you know what for? She said, I have this color, but I want this one in black.
Damn.
You know you're a hype beast whenever you actually take a picture of the item that you want and then you send it to somebody. Hey, I want this.
She's a hype beast. She don't want to admit it.
Now I had a question for all of you guys, like DS and Henry and Perm. Have you ever thought about actually buying a UA shoe?
Never.
Yeah.
I have.
I have.
Never.
Yeah, me too.
It's nothing wrong with that, but I just never.
I've never wanted a shoe that bad. Like, I'll just move on. There's so many, especially with the shoes that I like Dunks. I'm just like on to the next.
The only one I ever thought about that, in all honesty, was the Cause Force, because I really like them. And I'm not.
They're actually pretty affordable right now. I've seen some. I would just get it. I would get it used. I have no problem getting a used shoe that I wanted.
Yeah, but
for a while.
I'm not spending $600 for a freaking used pair of Causes, man.
Well, maybe your size. You got that special size.
Hey, Trap said that Royito is buying my PS5. So Trap, do you have the Royito? Oh, I'm holding the Royito. You see right there. That's being smart right there, right? So Trap got the Royito ones, right? So pretty much he's holding them, and then he's gonna resell them to get the PS5. That's very smart right there.
That's good.
It's an investment. It's very smart.
No, I just came on here. I'm only gonna be on here for like 5 minutes because I have work in the morning. But I just wanted
Me
to
too.
clear my name because first of all, I'm not a hype beast, and no, I did not say that I wanted the other Gucci bag because I already have that bag. I was just showing it to you in a different color because I know you're all about stupid colorways. But however, I'm not hyped about something that I already got. So no, I'm not a hype beast. And second of all, you said you would be proud if our son was out there reselling and doing all this hustling stuff about shoes. And then I said I wouldn't be proud. And then you feel like it's a proud moment because he's not out there selling drugs. But it's still something that I feel like he's focused on at 13. I need you to be focused on your science project, and I need you to be hyped about having like the best looking board and not like shoes and stuff.
He could be the next Benjamin Kicks.
So
You
if
never know.
wait. So your son can be making 6 figures doing sneakers, and like straight out of the bat out of high school,
But
right?
no,
And then wait, listen, and then you rather him go to college, right? Make maybe get a minimum wage job while he's in college, get out of college, and still barely make 6 figures, depending on the career he chooses. Instead of going straight and making 6 figures and then saving that money and investing in other stuff.
you took me from a 13-year-old to a kid that's in college, and at the end of the day,
No,
like
I'm talking about from high school. He's gonna graduate from college, right?
So
When he graduates from college, he's already making 6 figures.
But how old is he making 6 figures?
There's 13-year-olds right now making 6 figures.
Yeah,
This
you
13-year-old right now making
got
6
these kids out
figures?
here grinding.
Okay, but are they on YouTube?
No.
So what 13-year-old you know right now that's making 6 figures that's not on YouTube?
There's a couple. You go to SneakerCon, you'll see them.
Yo, all right, I'm gonna say the story again.
No, I don't
You
want to
guys,
hear
you
this
guys,
dumbass
you guys might heard
story.
this story. Yeah, no, you're gonna hear this dumbass story. Matter of
Preach,
fact,
DS.
I'm
Preach,
gonna
DS.
put your ass on mute so you can hear this damn story. Shit.
All right, just for that.
Was that low key like a Zaya move?
Gotta get smacked.
All right.
Diaz gonna about to get a 2-piece, bro. Watch.
Watch, a shoe is gonna be thrown out of the corner. Watch.
I'm gonna get a chocolate throw at my head. I'm gonna get a 2-piece and a biscuit at me. All right. So pretty much, she went out. All right, so pretty much, you got these little boys, especially these white kids, right, making money. I respect the hustle. I was at a sneaker con. Matter of fact, it said it was 5 years ago. You know how your Facebook give you that reminder and everything, and like, oh, 5 years ago you did this. So I was on Facebook. I was like, oh shit. All right. So anyways, I was selling my shoes, and I look at this guy. He was selling his Red Octobers, and he was like, this white kid came up to him. He had to be like at least 12 years old, 13 years old. Yo, how much you want for those Red Octobers? The dude was like, yo, $2,500. Boy pulled out the $2,500 out of his pocket, gave it to him. He got money like that. With the Red Octobers, who know what he's gonna do with it? He probably gonna be smart enough to hold it. And if he was smart, that was like 5 years ago. He was smart to hold it for 5 years. I don't know how much a used pair go for, but they go for a lot of money. Oh, here come Melissa. She's back. There she go. Hold on, you're not in yet. I don't know what she's talking for. But a hustle is a hustle, and I respect it.
A legitimate hustle.
A legitimate hustle. There's nothing wrong with that. And matter of fact, I remember one time I was buying a pair of shoes off as a kid, right? And he was like, the cops is right there. I was like, we're not doing anything illegal. I'm just buying shoes off you. I'm not buying drugs off you. And so you're right.
Okay, but you know what bothers me is that it's like y'all use these kids as an example, but wasn't y'all kids at some point? Like, were y'all not kids doing the same thing?
I'm gonna answer that question.
But you know what? And then
The game
it's
exactly.
The game has evolved.
We don't have
social media makes it easier.
Okay.
So many different avenues make it easier. StockX makes it easiher. All you have to do, all they have to do is have these kids have to do is have their parents maybe fund them a little bit or get a job, save up money, and then they can start from one shoe. There's people that can start from 1 or 2 shoes.
But
It's all about discipline. So these little kids obviously don't have no overhead if they live at home. They live at home rent free. All they got to do is just keep on flipping that money, and flipping that money.
And fellas, if you watch that video that I made about the 12s, and these two kids is with me, right? They had like to be like 17, 18 years old. They got credit cards.
buying. They own credit cards, buying flipping sneakers.
But what is
They were telling me like, yo,
what is your point? I don't understand what your point is. Is your point that like, yo, kids got it good, so let the kids do
No, not all kids. Just
let them do what they gotta do? I don't understand what the point is, because it's like
What's the question?
that's what I'm saying. Like, why y'all
What's the
bringing up
question?
what? Okay, so what is it about kids and how it's so much more easier for them, or how they're financially well taken care of as is because they're underage?
pretty much we
So now
well,
it's
we
like,
giving them
If
their
they were,
props.
if they wanted to be in the sneaker game, if they really had a passion for sneakers, right? Then they have more avenues to sell sneakers and make a come up easier.
okay,
That's, I mean, to
so
answer the question, it's easier for them to do that. We're not saying like they have to make a career out of it, but what if it just took off for them? They did it right. You know what I mean? They didn't blow the re-up money. They kept on saving their money and stacking their money. That's why it would be easier for them as opposed to say DS or myself when we were younger. There was traveling involved, way more, you know what I mean? Like it was just harder. There wasn't social media avenues.
Yeah.
You got StockX, you got GOAT, you got Instagram, you got Facebook, you got all these places where they could just sit behind a computer, take a picture of a shoe, and then mail it off.
okay, so my question now is, what is the problem?
There's no
Like,
problem.
no, it just sounds
Well,
like
the problem was you said you wouldn't want your kid to be able to do that.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's so easy that they could juggle school and do that at the same time.
I
Yeah, I
think
mean,
it's,
if
nah,
they're
honestly,
getting
like,
good grades and doing whatever they need
if
to
it
do,
wasn't dangerous,
I don't see a
then
problem.
Wait. OG Kids is talking. What you say, OG?
No, I was just saying. I mean, if they're getting good grades and they're being good at home and everything, I don't see anything wrong with it. To be honest with you.
So
you
my
don't think, but you don't see nothing wrong with it until something bad happens to your child, and that's not a chance I'm willing to take because my kid wants to flip kicks. Like, I'm sorry, I just
all
wouldn't
right,
allow
all right.
it.
So now this
Not
go
to
back.
cut you off, but what would be the bad thing from selling shoes online?
A lot of things could go wrong from selling shoes online.
Like,
Okay, that's fine.
Anything,
That's fine.
anything. So what are you
But
supposed to do?
now online is much more different than online was back then. Now you got these third parties like StockX and Gold. Just like for you girls, you got Poshmark and OfferUp too.
I don't know what I don't understand what this is. What are you talking
No,
about?
one
There's
time
something wrong with
you
it.
have like different avenues to sell stuff now.
But
Instead
that's
of going on eBay and everything, huh?
if you're a reseller, you would care to do those things. But if you just buy what you like and you enjoy your own stuff, you don't have to worry about downloading any app that's gonna help you flip whatever you got, even though you used it, and sell it to another person. Like, I just don't understand the cycle. I don't understand the purpose of the cycle.
well, let's say they didn't use it. They
I
just
mean,
bought it from the resale.
can you really say you owned something when your intentions were to like maybe pull it out once and then resell it?
Yeah, because it's in your possession.
It's in your possession because you made the purchase, but not because you're gonna keep it.
But you still
You're
have
a
it, so you
reseller.
can do pretty much whatever you want to. I mean,
Fast
if you pay
Gucci.
for it,
Melissa, you have work tomorrow. Get ready to go to bed.
if
Melissa
you pay
got
for
heart.
it, it's yours
Melissa
to do
got
whatever
heart.
you want.
I respect her mind. She got heart. I get what she's I get what she's thinking, but I mean, you kind of got to think outside the box on this one, and you know.
I don't know. It's either or. It's either gonna be for grown ass men that like want to make a living out of it, or it's gonna be like for kids. Because I remember when like DS was a kid doing it, and it's like you had your moment. Like
I wasn't buying and selling like that.
you had your time, but okay, and like
Whoa! So the
If I-
game's passed him. Are you saying the game's passed him up? He had his time.
That's what
what
it
I'm
sounds
saying
like.
is that I understand. No, I understand the argument where it's like, okay, it's so much more easier than it was 10 years ago. You're right, it is. But what I'm saying is that I remember when you were young too, and you was in the sneaker game. But it's like, even if these kids have that opportunity, is it really more for the kids, or is it for people? Are you saying that there really
It's what I'm Gucci said. It's a business.
Okay, I'm going to bed.
All right, good night.
She got you. She needs to be a real some kind of a seller, a fucking reseller. She got fucking some. She'll stick to her guns. Ain't nobody gonna lowball her.
Oh no. She yo, I forgot what shoe I bought. I bought a shoe. That's I'm gonna resell it, and then she came with some outrageous price and everything. I forgot.
I can see that.
Did I sue the
I
shit
can
for
see
that
that.
price? I don't even know. I don't even remember. But yeah, she's very stern, man. I love her. But
She rules with the iron fist.
yeah, but people be thinking like she be abusing me. No, she's not abusing me. Yeah. She's a lover. She's if you ever meet her, she's really cool.
No, she sounds like it. She just sticks to who she is. You know what I mean? Like she has morals and values, and she ain't gonna break
Yeah,
them. You know what I
She's
mean?
not gonna
That's
change it
what's
for
up.
nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like any other female. Like, where if they man doing something, like I'm into sneakers, right? There could be another guy who's into like collecting baseball cards or or cars and stuff like that. The females just wouldn't understand,
Yeah.
But they have their lane, we have our lane, right? So her lane is being a hype beast in the high end world, and my lane is
That could be expensive.
very expensive, just for one item alone. It's very expensive and everything.
Does she ever buy any used?
She did buy a used bag one time.
Okay, that's good.
So, a matter of fact, with her, so she's very creative and talented and everything. She be finding stuff for good steals and everything. And I'll be telling her stuff like, "Yo, you should make a YouTube video." She be doing these like little life hacks and everything. I'm like, "Yo, this is pretty dope. Why don't you make a video of this and everything?" "Oh no, this is not for me." She's saying exactly what she's talking about. Honestly, all my kids to have a great futures, go to school, degree, and get a real job. Not selling sneakers. And to me, I mean,
who said that? She said that.
No, to me say that.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, we all want that, but I mean, like I said, it's to sell sneakers. It's almost like I said, it's too easy these days to resell sneakers. You know what I mean? All you need is a computer, a smartphone. You don't even need a computer. You just need a smartphone, and you could do it all from there. And if they can manage school and their grades and do that on the side, there's nothing wrong with it. Some of these guys just took off. Like I had mentioned, that kid Benjamin Kicks. He just freaking took off. You know what I mean? So
took off out of nowhere.
He's already successful. He's already a businessman. He's already successful. Isn't that the end game? You want your kids to be successful?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yo, he took off.
So what are you really? Would you be willing to compromise the education part for the success? Because you can always go back and get the education. You know what I mean? But in that he got the real world experience already. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? He got that real world experience. You can always go back and get that education.
And it's an investment. I mean, you can grow up and do that since you were a kid. And then if you want to go ahead and continue, you can open your own shop. I mean, you can go ahead and open a restaurant. You can do whatever you want to do. Exactly.
As a matter of fact, I used to be a driver instructor, right? I used to teach people how to drive. And I took this one kid how to drive. He was like 17, 18 years old. He was in high school and everything, and I don't talk about sneakers with them. I'll just talk about real life and everything. But when they, of course, they're gonna look at my feet and say, "Oh, wow, you got this," and then, and then we start talking about that. And then he told me like he's into reselling as well too. Like he resell Supreme, he resell Jordans, and everything. But when he do it like the safe way. Like he just sell it online. Like he go to StockX and Go sell it on that, and it's like what we were saying earlier. That's much more safe than being out there meeting people face to face. But and he got a good advantage too, because he's in high school, so he could also sell in person. In school.
Why? So you could get jumped?
Tell her to take the link. Tell her to take the link. No, I'm just kidding, right? She's still.
Nah, she's not gonna take the link. Go to bed.
I can't go to bed because I just realized how loud you are.
Close the door.
Give her the headphones.
Yeah, she don't. She's not gonna go to sleep at this time. It's too early for her to go to sleep. She probably go to sleep around 11:30.
I have to get in the habit.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna be on that long. We're gonna stay on for like another 20 minutes.
I don't understand.
That's what Henry said. Last.
No. I'm not going that long. Yo, Henry, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening.
Yeah. What's your input on this, Henry?
I'm just waiting for Henry to tell me the 13-year-old.
Henry?
What happened?
Huh?
What happened now?
I said, what's your intake on this?
I mean, with the kids and stuff, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, these kids are gonna. It's a different world that we live in nowadays, bro. I mean, they're always gonna find a way. Like, put it this way: there's kids right now in video game communities who are doing stuff that way too, like through the video games. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
They'll find to do like either modded accounts or they'll find ways to like do certain things. I even heard of kids playing games for other people while they're at work and get paid for it. You know what I mean? So, some way, somehow, these kids are living in a different world than we did. You know, it's
Yeah.
easier for them. It's. And don't get me wrong. Listen, kids. If there's any kids watching this right now or watching this, afterwards,
not.
listen, you will. They go to school still, learn what you got to learn. You know what I mean, and what you need to learn.
Gucci.
You know.
What would you say? 5K a month part time bad. It's not bad. And like for some kids.
You know what's crazy?
Or,
I don't even know what the comment was, but I know it was about money. And it's like, are they making 6 figures a year? Are they making this kind of money?
Yeah,
They're probably gonna make him six figures in less than 2 months, 3 months, not even a year.
facts.
No, it's not facts.
Oh, she's trolling right now. She's trolling.
Look, don't be mad because your Louis bags can't make the same amount of money as like sneakers, all right?
Making 6 figures doing the sneaker thing? Because if you was, you probably wouldn't be on YouTube.
I don't sell
Yo,
sneakers.
she is trolling.
Yo, I don't sell sneakers though.
You can open up a restaurant. If you open up a restaurant,
She said go open up a restaurant. What are you talking?
Heck no, that's like the worst industry to get into. That's one of the most failing industries other than bars.
Yeah, I be seeing.
Yo, you tripping, yo. I'm not
going out of
trust me, bro.
business. They be having like B grades and everything. It's all crazy and everything. But pretty much it kind of go back into like the whole real versus fake thing. Like I said, it's not comparing real versus fake. It's more like buying. Like, all right, now you get these kids, right? They might get made fun of because they don't got it, right? So do you guys think like kids are buying UAs, or you think the kids are buying like the real thing?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen any kid yet. I mean, I've seen them get caught with UAs, but they didn't know, supposedly.
Mm-hmm.
Now, did they know and they're just fronting? I don't know, bro. That's a good question.
Now that you mentioned it, something just popped in my head. I think it would if a parent was buying his kid UA shoes like on those sites, like that's a way to go because they're gonna grow out of that shoe. You know what I mean? If they're just buying it for them to wear, like yeah, buy that. Go to that site right there. If they want that nice shoe, fucking buy them the fake shoe. They're just gonna grow out of it. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna beat them up. You know, so.
But what about high school kids?
Yeah, that's different. High school's rough. High school's rough, man. It's
because if that
kids will know. Kids are smart. Kids are gonna bring up their smartphone and do a fake and real comparison.
Because they want to keep up with the trend, you know. They definitely want to keep up with the trend. And they I need this shoe. I miss this shoe. So they're gonna look and like, yo, I gotta get a good UA shoe so I could stand out, you know.
I want to do a sneaker challenge.
You want to do a sneaker challenge?
Yeah.
Well, I know.
Let me take my headphones off. Hold on, she's talking right now. Hold on.
Yeah, JVM.
Oh gosh.
You want to hear the sneaker challenge?
You guys want to hear this sneaker challenge?
My sneaker challenge is I'm gonna step my foot into the sneaker. I'm gonna become a full-time hype beast. I'm gonna do this.
I'm getting off.
And I'm gonna see.
She's lying.
I'm gonna see. I want to see if I really am making. I don't know what the numbers are. 5,000 a month or 6 figures a year. I'm gonna see, and then I will literally.
Yeah. I had the pariah. I had the other watermelon. But
what I made, and that would be my sneaker challenge. And I hope you're not lying.
What did she say? Repeat that.
She's saying that she's gonna be in the sneaker game. Pretty much, she's gonna be a reseller. That's what it sounds like to me. And then, what you said, babe? You said something about making a 5K.
I want to see the numbers are there. I want to see if I would be as successful as they say I would be. If
You would be, but you gotta if you're willing to do this, you really gotta grind.
Yeah. You gotta
Yeah,
buy.
she
You
has-
gotta buy. You gotta buy. You gotta have your inventory. You gotta buy some inventory. You gotta
Yeah.
put in the legwork. Even if you're just selling to like some boutiques for $50 over what you got it for, and you're just grinding that out. Even if you're doing that,
She needs to invest.
money in volume. Do the money in volume. Money in volume. You know what I mean? Even if it's $50 off each one of those shoes, just keep on going. Keep on going. The turnaround. Money in volume.
But they said I could do this on the side.
Yeah, you can.
Good.
You
Okay.
could.
So I could do this on the side.
So you off on the weekends.
First of all,
So
why
that's
are you
even
gonna tell
better.
everybody my schedule now?
You live in a great area for that. You're in New York, man. I'm sure there's sneaker shops everywhere there.
Yo, Per, I'm telling you, if you was watching that last video of me, I could have really racked up on more 12s. On those 12s, man, yo, one place alone where I was at, I was like racking up on them. But I choose not to be too greedy like that because this one right here would have said something.
No, you could have told me.
So I know what to do in the future.
You know what's crazy? You never tell me like, yo, give me $600 and I buy. I don't know how much they cost.
Matter of fact, if I take your $600 and I make a flip, I'll give you the $600 back in the profit too.
No. I'm not a loan shark.
No.
Whoa, she wants a big? What's the big?
I want to give it to you. The reason why I want to give it to you, so you can see how much money that is in there, like it's in a game. Like you can really make money off of sneakers.
And more. She wants interest. She wants the VIG, dude. What the hell? She wants her money back, the profit, and then on top of that, she wants like 10%.
I don't know about all that. Bro, don't give her ideas. I got to put my headphones that goes over here. You give her ideas. Perm, you give her ideas. No, we don't do that. yeah, Tomatoes is right. 600 is nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing. 600 with those 12s, I could probably got like 3 pairs of those 12s. Not even. Well, I'd have to add on for the tats and everything. But yeah, 600 is really nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like what 3 pairs of shoes, pretty much. But yeah, so like I was saying with that with these kids in high school, like they'll be flexing with like UAs just still with the trend and everything. That's my intake on that. Like, damn, I don't got this shoe, but I gotta look cool, you know. Or they trying to press a girl or something. Because you got these girls, these young girls, they're all into sneakers as well too. So like that was my thing about the whole buying 150 versus 1500 and everything. Anybody got any feedback or anything?
I mean, to be honest with you, I don't think any teenage female actually knows what a UA is, you know what I mean, or if it is a UA. So if they wanted to flex for the females, you know what I mean. But then that's a risk you take, because then let's say you trying to get that female, and then there's another dude who's trying to get the female too, and he calls you out for having a UA. You know what I mean? That ain't gonna be fun the rest of the school year, bro. Because you're gonna get flamed every time you're there.
So what if they on YouTube, right? Perm, was it you that said that like you got these people on YouTube saying that the UAs is looking much more good, looking really good and everything?
Yeah. They're just. I mean, they're saying they're like the real ones. They're the same thing. It's the same material, if not better, and this and that. And it's just like, I don't believe it. Like that's just me. I just don't believe that they are, because I've seen fakes a while ago. Now they're different. Now they're better, and it's just there's always something off. They're not structured right. It's the stitchings that's off. It's something, the color's off. So, and if you have like, okay, there's a higher end one. Let's just say the Chunkies, right?
Yeah.
If you go out and buy a UA Chunky, and you don't have the real Chunky, so how do you know? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I believe in, I've seen people, preach that, like, oh, I always touch fake ones. So, when I see the real one, I'll be able to tell you that the fake one was just as good. But I mean, I'm seeing a lot of people that that are getting the Travises. I'm talking about Gucci. He
Mhm.
went out and he got a UA one, and he was like, "Oh, they look good." But I mean, have you had the other ones in hand? Are you taking that? Are you gonna take that bandana material off and then really see? You know what I mean? That's, you know.
Now, here's another thing, right? Where people buying UAs, right? So this is a true story. So some of you guys are kind of familiar with Image NY, right? Image New York, that Zay been talking about.
Mm.
So Image is not too far for where I live and everything. I'm cool with these guys. I went to high school with these guys and everything. So there was a kid, right? He was wearing Off-White Chicago ones. Wearing Off-White Chicago ones. I don't know. He was walking home, something like that. This group of guys came out the car. They jumped him. They took the Off-White Chicago ones. Then they brought it to Image, so they could sell it for $2,000. And Off-White was fake. So pretty much it was a high school kid flexing with some fake shoes. And then it could be a little bit dangerous for having the resale market those high prices, because like you see these kids wearing these shoes, and then you got some of these guys that them stick up boys that are looking like, yo, we need to make a quick come up, and they see a kid wearing those shoes, they're gonna do some bum shit and try to jump a kid for their shoes just to make a quick come up.
You seen that one video where they jumped the kid and they were fake?
Yeah,
When they got out of the car, they jumped them and they took it to the store, and then they found out they were fake.
Found out it was fake.
Yeah, I don't like. I don't care if people are wearing fakes, but don't preach to me that these are better than the real ones. There's a reason why you got them for $150 or two. You know what I mean? Or like the. I guess I shouldn't say that, because the real ones are like $100, $110, $120. I mean, I guess I shouldn't say that, but I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't mess with. That's why I don't mess with them. I don't. My opinion is kind of like not all there on it, because I don't mess with them. I don't touch them, but I've seen them in the past and they've always been off. So that's why I don't mess with them. They don't look right to me.
Exactly.
So
Perm, did you know that? Okay, let's say for a fact that the Red Octobers. Did you know that the way they noticed how they were fake is because they were way too good?
Yeah.
Wait,
That
what?
was true.
Yeah, on the Red October,
fake
the
Red
fake ones are
October
better than the
were better than the retail pair. They came out better than the retail pair. That's how they knew they were fake. My homeboy had a pair of retail pair. Of the retail pairs that he paid $2,500 for, right, in the store.
Mm-hmm.
The dude brought in a UA one, okay, and it was flawless. There was no glue stains. The material was perfect. Nothing was wrong with it, and that's how he knew it was fake.
Wow.
So it's happened before, because of but that's the thing, like that everybody knew that the Red October was one of the worst crafted Yeezy they ever released, Nike released, you know what I mean? So bro, it's nothing that happened, but bruh, I mean, and then now they're getting like, there's certain ones, especially the Yeezy 2s, they're perfecting them to the fullest due to the fact that they probably, no joke, they probably bought one and they try to mimic it as much as they can until they get it right, And
to be honest, it's a good business for the UA factories to actually have flaws on their shit, because if you think about it, they're gonna sell it, and then the person that's actually getting it, they're gonna notice the flaw, and then they're gonna wait until the flaw is gonna be corrected, and then they're gonna go ahead and buy it again. So that's a strategy that they have as well.
Yeah. I don't know, but I understand where Perm comes. I mean, there's still some that they still can't get right, but in order to really find a flaw, you have to really look into it. And who's really looking that deep into a sneaker, unless you're like a real sneaker lover? But a lot of these people nowadays, they don't. Be honest with you, they don't care, bro. They got the sneaker, bro.
Yeah, I just my thing is, if somebody's happy with it, they're happy with it. You know what I mean? Like I said before, repeating myself, I don't like it when people try to convince me of
Mhm.
something, you know.
Yeah.
So
I mean, as long as
it's like of like, oh no, it's good. Oh, try, and then later on you see it, their shoe looks all lopsided and all like it's coming apart and this and that. You know,
Yeah,
it's just
yeah. Like
like,
the more you wear it, then it get like the wear and tear.
yeah, they look worse. That's what I've noticed too with fakes. The more you wear them, they look horrible. Like,
Dribble, you talking about real and fake and everything. Yeah, you're right. The more you wear, the more horrible it get and everything. And I even heard Ron or the Alter Ego was talking about the glue and everything. Something about the glue of the
yeah, but that's older pairs, bro. Okay, you gotta understand. It's more accessible for them to get the stuff that Nike is using. Nike is not the only thing they're pretty secured and tight with is their moldings, you know. But they already replicated those moldings, bro. You know what I mean? But it's they're not too. How do I say? Nike's not. I don't know, bro. I think they do it on purpose. To be honest with you.
Yeah, so this is my question. How long do a UA shoe actually last?
Rob Dada has still a cause from when they released.
I would love to have Rod out on the chat and speak
does he
about
wear them though
He has. I don't know if he wears them
on a
every day.
continuous basis? I mean, people like Rob like have so many. Like, we're talking about the people that maybe can't get the chunky and then they go buy the chunky and then they wear it a lot. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Rob has a rotation of shoes like probably throughout the whole year.
You know what?
You know what I mean? So, you know.
You know what you should do because I like how former Simpson do, right? You're like, how good are these shoes? I wore these shoes for a week, blah 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 blah, right?
Yeah, that month test. That's dope, dude.
Yo, with
Yeah.
a day and see how bad they are, you know? Or
Yeah,
how good
exactly.
they- What we say, you know?
Well,
How-
because I've heard some stuff with Ron's other alter egos, like he got deep into it, and I was like, oh, really? They use like a fucking different glue, you know, and he was like,
They
oh,
used to.
like okay, they use different glues that it smells different. You can tell. So how do we know that glue holds up? Do they use the same kind of stitching? How we know that stitching is gonna hold up?
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So there's just things like that I'm super unfamiliar with. You know what I mean? So that's why that exactly a wear test, that'd be great. You know what I mean? See how they're holding up.
Yeah.
You guys ever heard of a site called Wrap Crushers?
No.
So I have a friend that gets shoes from this site called Wrap Crushers, and you guys could look it up if you guys want and laugh at it. But they have a whole bunch of fake sneakers on there, right? And I think at one point, the ones he just recently got, he got all 4 colors of those 4s that just dropped.
Mm-hmm.
The white ones. Then they have like the purple, the red. He got all 4 of those, right? So right when I seen him, I was like, hey, like, didn't those drop? And like, how'd you get all those? And then he was like, oh, I got them on this site. I was just like, and I just thought it was funny, the whole name Wrap Crushers. And then I'm looking at it, I was like, wait a minute, that shoe doesn't cost that much. That shoe, it's just funny. I'm still kind of like ignorant like that when it comes to shit. You know what I mean? Like,
it's funny that you said that, right? So back in the day, right? You and I was saying this on Henry's chat last night, right? Back in the day, you know when a shoe was fake, right? You good? Oh, okay. Hold on, let me see the link back out. I thought Henry was doing something, but all right, there you go, Henry. All right, so boom. Back in the day, right? You know when a shoe was fake. It looked fake and it feel fake.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, I had a fake. I think the Bunny 8s one time. I think I had those. I really wanted those. This is like my first time being a sneakerhead. And I think it was like 06, probably 06, 07. I got the Bunny 8s, thinking that they was real, and I found out I got. Hold on, my fault, Henry. All right.
That's the wrong guy.
And you can even smell how bad it was. It wasn't, definitely wasn't brand new. It was just, it was brand new, but definitely wasn't like a new Nike style and everything. But you could see how bad it was in the material. And then you have these how did I find out I got? Cause my boy told me that I got. I think it was like $100. It's whatever. I was new to it. But then you had those websites that had like the fake Jordan 7s, like the see-through, like Henry, we were talking about it yesterday. Remember how
the see-through toes?
Yeah, the see-through toe, like
toe.
and everything. And then you also had now you're getting these colorways of Jordans that's coming out that people years ago made UA versions of it, but the UAs back then was definitely horrible. You know they was fake.
Yeah.
Like, you know they was fake. But it's
Oh,
like
wow.
we in 2020, they're getting good. What's going on in here?
I mean, they've been getting good before 2020, bro. I'm telling you, my friend is, well, not a friend, my acquaintance.
Okay.
He, let's just say there's a couple of Nikes a couple Foot Lockers you got to be careful with, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He used to do it, and he's actually even returned them to Nike, Nike Town or whatever you want to call them now, and they didn't even know there's a difference. It all depends on how much you spend on with the UAs, bro. The more you spend on the UA, the better the quality you get.
You know what, Henry? It's funny you said that about people bringing returning like putting fake shoes and Foot Locker and everything, right?
Tamia, that's a funny question.
Don't worry about it. We used to roast them. We used to get on them on that.
That's a funny question, Tamia, but probably not. Probably no.
What Tamia said, Big Pern, you want to? Right? Oh, yeah. I don't blame you, Pern. I wouldn't. I would just in my mind knowing that it's fake. Like hell no.
Yeah, because I'm around so many. Like I'm around like in my day-to-day life during work. I'm around so many people. Like it's gonna be like, oh, then I got to explain to. I mean, I wouldn't mind explaining to people, oh, yeah, I'm doing a social experiment. You know what I mean? It's strictly for science. You know what I mean? But I would have to talk about the shoe a lot and then explain that it's
you would
fake.
have to do with a non-high beast pair, like a pair, and then like if you're gonna do it and to do it as social, you know what I mean? Do it with a non-high beast pair and.
So you know how y'all talking about returning stuff, right? So eBay, right? eBay is kind of scary. So my boy told me he sold Funko Pops. So he had a
I used to have UA Funko Pops. I got twice with
so he sold the Funko Pop. The guy didn't like it. So you know how they return it and everything. So he returned the Funko Pop to my boy, and it ended up being fake. So my thing is this: like, what if someone sells a real Travis Scott ones, for a crazy price? Someone who have a UA, right? It's all right, boom. I'm gonna get the Travis Scott one, swap it out with the real one.
That's happened.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And get my money back. So I got a real Travis Scott one, and I get my and I keep my 1,500. Like that's like I feel like gold and sockets is definitely like.
And then what happens with that pair is actually sold to somebody with a receipt, and they think that they're real.
Yeah. That's the scary thing about the whole UA thing.
Which brings me to my next point. Let's say that you actually get the shoe from a consignment store or from a boutique. They don't have the original receipt that the shoe actually came from a retail store. Mm-hmm. So how do you know that those shoes are actually real? They don't sell you the shoes with the original receipt. They give you the receipt from the store, but not the original receipt.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. They give this is the store receipt. Don't give you the actual receipt. And I think that consignment stores should start doing that. Like, hey, we should. I mean, they're not gonna do that because majority of people thought they receipts. But like, hey, we want receipts that come with the shoe. But they're not gonna do that. Mm-hmm. But that's a good point. And then I was telling, well, Henry, you said that when your boy had the fake Red Octobers, was they comparing it with another Red October shoe?
Yeah, he had a retail pair that he bought off of one of his partners for $2,500. And it was his personal pair.
You did what? Shout out to Melissa. She donated $20 to the channel.
Which is eventually gonna spend her own.
Right? But shout out to Melissa. That's why Trollmageddon did it. Yeah, boom. Now back to Trollmageddon. That's why Trollmageddon did it. So when Trollmageddon did it and everything, right? They wasn't comparing it, right? Boom. I'm doing a legit check, right? They wasn't comparing it with another real shoe. They were just like looking at it. And I think it was I think it was Ron Mexico live, and me and Troy was talking about it, and he even said it too. Like I would feel a little bit more safe if they doing a legit check with another shoe around, not just them, taking a shoe dissecting them themselves. If they dissect both shoes, I feel like that's a little bit more safer.
But how can you know that the shoe that you actually have on your store is real? If you didn't know,
All right. So let's say he went and got the shoe from. Let's say they have retail retail shoes, right? They got it from the retailer. I'm just saying hypothetically, right? They got it from the real thing, right? I'll feel more safe is like that. But then again, OG, you're definitely right about that. Like how you know if it's real.
Yeah.
Oh, Screw said with the $10 donation. Yo, shout out to
Tristan, yeah.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it.
Yeah, like I said, it's a consignment store, so the whole point of them is actually getting shoes from consumers. But I don't see any consumers going into this, this consignment store, so these boutiques, with the shoes with the original receipt.
Yeah.
So.
Appreciate that, Screwson. Appreciate that.
No, but for real, like I was saying though, like yeah, man, he did that, and then the other homeboy that did it. I mean, he paid. He when he does it to the last time that I know that he did it. We were telling him, bruh, you better tell us where you go because we're not going to those stores. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You better tell us because if we get caught, we get got, we're coming to you. And even if you didn't even go that day to the store and do it, we're gonna come to you. And he stopped doing it around like the areas we were in. We would go to like the other, like to the other counties or to another city. And bro, like,
yo, Frank got those receipts.
This is for Angel right here. I don't know how well you can see it, but I could take a picture of it and post it later. Can you read it?
Give him the screen.
Hold the full screen there.
I got the game cast. I'm sorry. I got you right now, Perm.
Let me see. Let me try to find it on there. Yeah. Let me see. You're a hater, dude.
Is that my son messing with you, bro?
Is that coming up?
Shout out to Dribbles.
A little bit.
It's a little blurry, but yeah.
It's my son, bro.
I'll take a picture later. For
my son be trolling, bro. I apologize for my son trolling you, bro.
Yes, you should, as you should be.
I wasn't there for him,
Yes.
I apologize, son. I apologize, son. Please.
See, but that's scary as well because, like I said, how can you know that? I mean, if you have a legit receipt, you went to a retail store. I mean, it's very scary for you to actually think that somebody might have bought the same shoe, switch it out with a UA, and then return it, and then you got that shoe. You actually have, a receipt and everything from the store, but you never know until you actually.
That's for this.
Hold on.
But we're talking about, something
else. What is it? The Balenciaga job?
The Balenciaga.
Yeah, that's like
it looks like an Asics.
The first time they look like those trail shadows. The first time like I ever popped on, I was wearing these, and then I got fucking flamed for them. But these are fucking low. These are hard, dude. When these are on feet, look at that color, that red, white, and blue.
Rappers love that crap, bro.
That's a rap sneaker, in fact.
Yeah.
The Optimus Prime.
Yeah. I love Transformers.
Yeah, that's cool.
Good movie series. But guys, we at the hour and a half mark. I'm gonna end it over here because Melissa has to wake up and go to work.
She wants to go get ice cream or what?
Nah, I ain't going that shit.
I mean, it is 11 o'clock. I mean,
I know. Zaya said he's gonna go back live a little later, and I think Daniel Blake is going live.
He said. Yeah,
so
he's going live.
Yo, Dribbles, want you to go live. Your Mijo want you to go live, Henry.
I'm going out tomorrow.
How does he do it? I could do it better than Dribbles. On the top.
I'm going back up tomorrow. No, Sundays is the day I take for myself, where I go on like with y'all, and just to keep my head
Ven a mi
straight.
casa, pa.
Yeah, I might go live tomorrow before you, Henry,
Mhm.
or I might just take it off. Depends how I feel.
Yeah,
But I'll definitely gonna be hopping on your live. But yo,
bootleg Nintendos, yo. Let's don't even talk about bootleg electronics, man.
oh my god, wait, what's his name? Soldier Boy. Don't you know bootleg version?
Okay, that's how I look at it. That's how I look at shoes, like bootleg electronics. They're gonna. It's what is it?
Bruh.
It's Sony Guts, buddy. It's Sony Guts. It has the Sony Guts.
The Sony guts.
Yo, even GameStop sell bootleg, like they bootleg controllers.
Everything,
Well, they're not
bro,
bootleg.
has-
They're just generic ones.
Their controllers is horrible though.
They don't sell. They sell generic ones, but they have gotten caught with fake systems before.
Oh my god, the controller's horrible. Freaking, they got bootleg toys, action figures, and everything. Oh man, there's a lot. I remember back in the day, Pokemon cards. I remember as a kid, it was fake. You lift it up in the air, and you see the Pokemon in the back. It's supposedly fake, but yeah, it's bootleg and fake everywhere. But yo, guys, Henry, go ahead, promote what's going on this Wednesday before we
Yeah. No. Everybody, don't forget that we do have the Battle Royale on Wednesday, the sneaker Battle Royale. Everybody pull up. We're trying to get, let's see if we get all 10 people in that we're allowed to on there. Yeah, man, just come through. Bring your shoes, bring your best shoes out, and
My question is when Perm is gonna battle.
What?
What?
That's a good question, bro. Where are you gonna battle?
Furman no home. Furman no home. I mean, I don't know.
I think when we do it,
What do you mean like battle? I mean, I kind of did a little one
with Ron.
Yeah, I kind of did a little mini one with Ron, but I don't have no problem doing it if somebody,
That was something.
Well, the thing is, the Battle Royale.
Come in, bro.
How you been?
everybody.
You come for the Battle Royale,
Yeah.
where everybody
I
just
don't
goes
mind.
at
What
it.
is that going to be? It's going to be like 5 shoes, just a whole bunch of fools in there.
Yo, Daniel Blake, what time you going live later? So Daniel Blake is going live later. So guys, check that out.
Later? What's later, bro?
Matter of fact, Daniel Blake last live, it wasn't
All right now, but later.
that was a good live with the Battle Royale.
Later.
Daniel Blake beat Henry, but Henry won that little Battle Royale we had at Daniel Blake channel. Henry won the Battle Royale. Daniel Blake beat Henry.
Yeah.
Good one. I can battle Fake Travis versus real.
I
Shout out
mean,
Never, Angel, never.
yeah, me and Daniel Blake are 1-1. And it's,
I don't know. It doesn't. It just matters who won last, dude. You're only as good as your last win.
true. Well, I won the Battle Royale.
That's Battle Royale, Henry.
You're only as good as your last win.
Damn, I've been
Yeah.
taking L's, man. I be putting out some heat. I've been taking L's, man. My SB.
Beto said he retired because his union lost, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Man, I'm about to retire too. My White Cement 3 lost to playoff 12, Concords. Playoff.
Bro, come on. Concords versus listen, to me, I prefer the 4, but we're talking about popularity, bro. The Concord beats the White Cement 4s, bro.
White Cement 3s. I'm talking about Henry. I had a White Cement 3.
Oh, no, it was the 3s? I thought it was the 4s.
It was the 3s.
Yeah, the 3s. Yeah.
Yeah, but even though, listen, you bring out a Concord, people go more towards the Concord than the 3.
Concord lost too. It was the you won that one. It was he got game 13. I think Zay going live, but if he don't, I will go on. All right, so yo DB, I'll hop off right now. Then you just go on right now. Take over.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah. Zaya, man, I don't know if Zay's gonna get out. That man was just showing a feast in his IG, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
probably
think
gonna-
Isaiah will go live today, to be honest with you.
Yeah, just go. Yeah, D-Blake, if you go live, I'm gonna be in the chat. Like I said, Melissa, I get up. But if I pop on, it might be like 1, 2, 3. I might be in and out. But yo, guys, this was dope.
All right, bro.
I'm glad you guys hopped on.
Appreciate it, man.
Don't forget the Battle Wednesday on Henry Live. But Henry will be live tomorrow after dark. Daniel Blake is about to go on. So you guys have a blessed day. We out. Peace.
All right, peace, bro.
Peace, man.